Shalom u'bracha, morai va'abotai, shalom u'bracha. Be'ezrat Hashem, nמיר אותו לצדיק רבי חיים פינטו, נמיר אותו all הצדיקים מהקדוש ברוך הוא, be'ezrat Hashem, give us ברכה והצלחה, נסייעתא דשמיא גדולה. May all our prayers be accepted ברצון. May this week be a week of redemption for all of us. Amen. Ken Yatzavat Hashem. You know, Abotai, this week's parashat, we could see something very interesting that could maybe act as the fundamental secret of how we reach to a place of achieving all our heart's desires. We see Abotai, this week's parashat, Kadosh Baruch Hu asks all the heads of the tribes to bring a sacrifice, to bring a korban. The one head of one tribe, Kadosh Baruch Hu exempted and didn't ask and didn't require to bring a sacrifice. And that is the tribe of Levi. Torah says that all the heads were obligated to bring this special sacrifice except for Aaron. Torah said that when Aaron HaKohen heard that he was the only Nasi that was exempted from bringing this sacrifice, Aaron showed big chilishut hadat, or in other words, sadness, where he was like disappointed of why was it that all the other heads of the tribe were requested to bring the sacrifice and he was not. A lot of Chazal ask a question on what was really happening within the mind of Aaron HaKohen and what was behind the sadness of being exempted from one sacrifice. Chazal ask, we see that throughout the entire service of the Bet HaMikdash and the Mishkan, Aaron HaKohen was the most involved. He was in charge of, on a daily basis, all the sacrifices, of all the mitzvot, the ketoret. On high holidays such as Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, he was the tzaddik that was really leading the service of the Mishkan and the Bet HaMikdash. Aaron HaKohen was involved in every aspect of the Mishkan. But we see one sacrifice that he was exempted by, he shows his great sadness. Why was Aaron so sad from missing out on one sacrifice when the whole day that's what he's doing? It doesn't make sense to be so sad and to feel such a disappointment when for one sacrifice out of 100 he was exempted. Opposite, he should take like a break from it. But still we see that Aaron HaKohen shows like signs of sadness and big disappointment. What was Aaron really trying to achieve here? So he said maybe we can say that Aaron HaKohen understood a secret that we call Sod HaTshukah. What's the Sod HaTshukah? In simpler English terms, it would be the secret of desire or of will. In what manner? Chazal teach us that there is a way that a person can bring upon himself big yishuot and big brachot and really opening up gates that were never necessarily seen to be open within our life without even doing much of action, without even doing much work, without even trying to change the world or to change our life, but with one simple secret. The secret of what? The secret of knowing what a person wants. And when a person focuses on what he wants and focuses on his ratzon and has a feeling of tshuka, of desire toward that specific place, that specific object, or that specific state of his life, the moment a person just has that in his mind, he opens up gates in Shamayim that were never possibly able to exist ever in his life. Where Chazal explained in a simple manner like this. Even when a person has in his subconscious a repeating desire, whether if it's to get married, whether if it's to become wealthy, whether if it's to become happy, whether it's to become healthy, whatever it is, just the fact that a person keeps within his mind and focuses on his goal and focuses on what he wants to achieve, just that subconscious thought that exists within his mind is enough to do what? Is enough to be considered as constant prayer. Aaron HaKohen understood that if he was to show HaKadosh Baruch Hu that his desire is to come close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and his desire was always to continue to grow in Kedusha and in purity and in his service to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he knew that even without even adding much work, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will constantly pull him in that direction. And we see that happened. Aaron HaKohen tells HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I'm sad. You didn't give me one mitzvah that you gave a few other people, which was the sacrifice. Hashem said, don't worry. Shelecha gedola mishelahem. I will give you something bigger than what I gave them, which was the menorah. Something that was eternal, something that till today we light a menorah. So we see by Aaron HaKohen's just focus on his desire to come close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he was gifted more than anybody else. And from here we can learn a big secret, Abotai. In life, if we want to bring success or Yeshua or whatever it is in our life, We are not allowed to just live our life and complain to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, why don't we have it? You want it, or at least you think you want it, you have to truly want it. A person needs to truly make it as a part of his daily routine, or as his daily thoughts of focusing on his desire of achieving that specific item. And like we mentioned, it could be anything. It could be parasa, that a person wants to reach to a better situation of his life in a financial place. It could be with his mazal, he wants to get married. It could be to be healthier. Abotai, if we want to change our life and we want to put ourselves in a better place, we have to understand what we want, we have to focus on what we want, and we have to do everything in our power to keep on reminding ourselves of how we can find ways to bring ourselves there. And if we will do so, regardless if we're able to put the hard work into place, regardless if HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us the opportunities to jump on that wave right now, when a person wants and when a person focuses on so, HaKadosh Baruch Hu opens the doors and leads them to that path of achieving so. And that's what we say, בדרך שאדם רוצה ללך, מוליכים אותו. In the path that a man wants to walk, they walk him. But he needs to want. If he wants, mishamayim, they'll take him there. The problem is, we don't have enough of desire. So Be'ezrat Hashem, may HaKadosh Baruch Hu awaken the desire to come close to him. Awaken our desire, Be'ezrat Hashem, to grow in Kedusha, in Torah, in Mitzvot. And may we all, Be'ezrat Hashem, come to a place of not only reaching and achieving our goal, but Be'ezrat Hashem, achieving and reaching to all our heart's desires. Amen. Kenyan Be'ezrat Hashem.